Sitting in Bars with Cake es la nueva película que llega a Prime basada en una historia real. Nos invita a celebrar la amistad y, por supuesto, vivir el momento. Hoy conversaremos con Trish Sie, su directora, acerca de esta emotiva producción.
When you're done channeling the Hadid sisters, get to my office.
Look at me now, look at me now.
Can you start by giving us an overview of Sitting in Bars with Cake and what inspired you to take this project?
So Sitting in Bars with a Cake is a story about two women. This is based on a true story. Two women decide to take two women decide to take a cake into a bar every week for a year and see what happens. Are they going to meet people? Are they going to develop confidence? Are they going to find a boyfriend? Like, they just kind of go for it. And one of them is very shy, but she happens to be a very, very, very skilled and talented baker. So this is sort of her way of expressing herself and her creativity. So they go on this wild adventure and it's going great. And they're having a blast and they're seeing all of Los Angeles. And then there's a life-changing medical diagnosis that kind of completely sends their whole lives into a different direction. And I think that's what I love the most about it, is that sort of, you know, when your life is going one way and there's just like a crimp in the wire and now it's headed somewhere else and it happens so suddenly and nothing's ever the same after that. And those moments, you know, those are what a good story is based on, those moments that happen in all of our lives.
So, Trish, the movie explores both lighthearted and deeper themes. What message or emotions do you hope the audience take away from the film?
I want people most of all to leave this movie feeling uplifted and joyful. There are some challenging and sad moments in it, but also I think for the most part, it's a story about loving life and loving other people and finding your own way and not taking anything for granted. And those are things that we all, you know, need to be reminded of sometimes. I also think that not being scared of, or I shouldn't say not being scared, accepting that there are scary things and we are scared sometimes and plowing through them anyway, and realizing that there is joy on the other side. Terrible times don't stay terrible forever. And I just think that it's just a lovely reminder, because we can all use that. The world's a rough place.
As a director, what were some of the most rewarding moments or aspects of working on this film?
I think the most rewarding aspect of this film was just the incredible family that we built on set, both the actors and everybody on camera, but also the entire crew. We had just such a lovely, lovely bunch of people, and everybody understood that we were dealing with subject matter that was difficult and sensitive, and that people were being asked to sort of bare their hearts in the making of this movie. And I think this story resonated for everybody of all ages, all genders. Everybody has a story about someone they love, you know, going through a tough time and them being there for that person. Everybody has a best friend, or I hope so. So it kind of really bonded everybody. And we had just such a warm-hearted set, and it was really supportive and kind of magical.
Yeah, completely. Trish, I'm gonna finish with this. And do you have any personal experiences or anecdotes relating to the making of the films? For example, how many cakes did you use?
You know, I don't think I have an accurate number for how many cakes. I should find that number out, because it's a lot of cakes. There were some days where we had 8 of the same cake. There were some days we had 8 of the same cake and then like 6 or 8 of another cake too that was going to be in another scene. So there were just a lot of cakes. I want to say hundreds of cakes. And then there were all the cakes that we tested while we were in preparation to shoot the movie. We tasted and looked at countless cakes then too. It was pretty awesome. If you're into cake, this was a good gig.
Sometimes I wish I was you.
Sometimes I wish I was you. You're the most amazing person I've ever known.